Oh, my mic's unmuted. Cool. Someone wants to push T. What? Yeah, I know. There's no memory card in it because this is live. I don't need to record it. All right, I think Isaac Hendricks is going to be the one to pray before the game. I'm not sure what all we do. This is a junior varsity matchup. First and foremost, second area will be the varsity match. And yeah. Switch to my camera. One. The live footage. Turn off studio mode. I'll hit F1. There we go. All right, we got a new setup, so this is going to be a little bit of less professionalism than you're used to. I stayed up till about 6 a.m. designing this new setup and all that, but I'll be quiet.
Welcome to Panthers versus Southridge JV game. Before we start, we'll open up in a word of prayer. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for today you've given us, Father, another day that we can be alive. Thank you for the beautiful weather you've given us. Thank you for the safety you've given Southridge as they come over here to play us the match. Just ask that you give safety for players and help them give their best, doing everything for your honor and for your glory.
I think that's all we do for junior varsity. So both teams having a handsome amount of players out there, a lot of a big talent pool for both teams to choose from. It's the recipe for a nice matchup here this evening. I'm Gabriel Eisler, the one behind the camera, the commentator, along with Caleb Eisler behind the screen. It's been a hot second since these two teams have versed off against each other. I think we only play each other one time every season, outside of tournaments and such like that. I don't see Tyler Means here, and I'm a little upset. I was hoping to see him and get to talk to him a little bit, but he's not here. My handwriting is as sloppy as ever, so bear with me as I learn the new roster out there on the court, and yeah. Referee Lou just making sure everyone's in their rotation position before we get rocking and rolling. Yeah, I don't have any notes prepared for this, but yeah. So it's going to be a little interesting. Far side referee or line judge is Ellie Henricks, and near side is Cassandra Eisler. Both of them being on the varsity squad, they will not be playing the junior varsity game. Junior varsity game is consisting of 3 matches, third if needed. First team to claim 2 wins takes home the series. Service up and over by Evelyn, kept alive from the back line. Morgan finds Gracie, then to Elizabeth to send that one up and over. Evelyn getting that one into the middle, slapped up and over with the over-the-shoulder bump diving play by Lott, gets that one to Morgan, slapped up but not able to make that one across, and that will be a point for the SRCA Patriots. Service by Evelyn Bland. Able to get this one up and over. Kept alive by... All right, I hesitated there because I called her name wrong for the past 2 games. So I wanted to make sure that her name actually was Vicky. All right, we're going to get into the swing of things eventually. Evelyn there with that service, able to make this one up and over. Morgan finding this one to the front line. Gracie able to throw that one far side, where Henricks will bump that one over the shoulder. Getting a hand on that one. Lydia able to find its way into the middle, but Mara Warner not quite able to get that one up and over. So the Panthers claim their first point of the match, making it a 2-1 game. Taylor there with the underhander, able to make this one up and over. Diving play kept alive, but called for the carry on number 18, Anais Bland. Annalise, I think. I'm just going to call her Bland. Underhand service by Taylor, gets this one up and over. Thrown into the middle, up and over. Slapped across by Gracie, kept alive by Mara, and into the hands of Lydia, back to Mara. Gracie throws this one far side. Lott there with the slap up and over. Hesitating for that one. Bland not quite able to get underneath it in time, and the Panthers are now at a 3-2 game. At least that's what it says on the scoreboard. Taylor Hendricks with the underhander, able to make this one up and over. Down without a fight, and the Panthers will go up 4-2. Hey, can you mute the stream on the bottom right? I can hear it a little bit. It's throwing me off. It's on the bottom right. Just hover over it with the mouse, and there's a mute button. Service error by Taylor Hendricks. That was a good run. I believe she made 3 of her 4 over. So we have a 4-3 game. Mara Warner here with the service, sending this one up and over. Kept alive by Lott into the netting. Gracie there saving that one out of the gutters. And Morgan with the final touch, not quite able to make that one over. And so the Patriots will tie this one up 4 apiece. Mara there with that service, up and over. Diving play by Vicky, returns that one to the Patriots side. They're into the front line. Mara there into the back line. Kept alive by, I called Lydia Mara, I believe. I'm sorry. Again, my handwriting's not quite as neat as I normally have it. So I'm going to blame myself. Elizabeth Heisenreiter sending this one up and over. Kept alive from the back line. Warner able to find his way to the front line. Diving play by Bella, not able to get that one up into the air. Panthers now up 7-4. What?
I don't think that's right.
Katrina's the one managing the score, so it might not be right. All right, there, now it's right. Except now it's not. It's 7-4. Ignore what the scoreboard says on the wall. Elizabeth Heisenreiter with the underhand service sends this one to the back line. Warner able to get a hand on that one. Not able to get that one to the setter position, and so the Panthers will pick up tally number 8. Elizabeth sending this one up and over. Kept alive by Mara from the back line, getting that one into the hands of Lydia, then to the hands of Bland. Sent over to the Panthers back line. Elizabeth ready for that one. Taylor finding a far side lot there with a bump over top the netting. Beautiful send-off, and will claim the point. Number 15, Lydia Leons. Lydia's underhander able to make this one up and over. Out of bounds is the call. Just barely. Panthers now up 9-5. Gracie Hendricks here with the service. Sends this one up, but not able to make this one over. We have a 6-9 game in our hands. Patriots tallying that last point onto the board. Number 18, Bland there with that service, sending this one up and over. Gracie getting a hand on that one. Not quite the angle she wanted, not the square up that she expected. And so now it's a 2-point differential. Service by Bland, able to get this one up and over. Gracie there with that return. Kept alive far side and thrown over the shoulder by number 7, Callahan. I don't want to butcher her first name. I'll give it one attempt and then I'll move on. McKenna Lott there sending this one up and over from the front line. Oh my. All right, I hope someone calls a timeout soon so I can actually revamp my notes the way I normally have it. Service by Lott, sending this one up and over, going off of the hand of number 18, Annalise Bland. Score's now 12-7, Panthers in the lead. Madison Lott there with that service, sending this one up and over from the front line. Number 12 able to get that one far side, but not to a setting position. And so the Panthers will now go up 13-7. Lott service up, but not able to make that one over. Panthers remain at 13. The Patriots advance to point number 8. Here's number 7. Callahan with the overhanded service, gets that one up and over, goes off Taylor Hendricks and out of bounds. Score is now 13-9. Service up and over once again, unreturned. Panthers only having a 3-point differential now. Callahan with another service, sending this one up and over the line drive. I kind of, shot a shot in the dark, and I got told off. Working there with that service up and over, able to get a hand on that one. Callahan finding its way forward, the back bump into the back line. Lydia getting a hand on that one, but not able to clear the netting with that third touch. Panthers now up 15-10. Here's Morgan with the service. Getting this one up and over. Diving play by Callahan to return. Elizabeth finding its way into the middle. Vicky near side to Elizabeth. Sends this one in between the candy canes. Kept alive by Bland. Gets this one into the middle. The over the shoulder from number 21, Mara Warner. Vicky able to throw this one near side. Hides runner with a nice clear across the netting. Near side spike comes down from Evelyn, but not able to get that one over the netting. Panthers now up 16-10. Service by Morgan, able to get this one up and over, getting a hand on that one. Looks like Bland able to get that one into the near side back row, but not able to control that one. Was number 6, Bella Leonard. Morgan there with a slap, not able to send that one across the netting. And so the Patriots are now at 11, Panthers at 17. Bella with the service up and over. Elizabeth getting that one into the middle. Vicky there with that secondary, and then the near side spike comes from Elizabeth. Callahan getting a hand on that one. Lydia there throwing that one over the net. Vicky there to return the favor, kept alive. Lydia throwing this one to the back line. No one there for that third touch, and the Panthers will pick up point number 18. 7 points is the differential. We got a timeout by the Solid Rock Patriots. All right, I'm going to revamp my notes so I can actually see what I'm calling from. Nothing's in order. I just kind of scribbled them down as I was rushed on the setup. All right, I do not have enough time to do this. All right, Vicky, number 8 on the Panthers side, will be the one to serve this one up, getting this one up and over. Kept alive from the back line. Callahan throwing this one back farther. Diving play by number 12, Evelyn, not quite able to get underneath it in time. And so the Panthers are now up 19-11 in game number 1 here in this best-of-3 series. Vicky with the service getting this one up and over. Let go, down uncontested, and that will be the Panthers' 20th point of game 1. Substitution will be called. Autumn Matthews going to come in to play the back line in place of number 6, Bella Leonard. Vicky with the service, sending this one up and over. Thrown to the front line. Lydia able to get that one into the middle where Callahan will finish that one off. Lot there to return the favor to the Patriots side. Into the netting off of, I believe that was Mara. And so the Panthers now 21-11. 10 points is the differential. Vicky here with another service, throwing this one up and over. Callahan getting a hand on that one. Secondary by Lydia. Throws that one near side. And Callahan with that finalization, not quite able to clear the netting on that one. And so the Panthers are now 22-11. Substitution will be called once again. Looks like Callahan will take a seat on the bench, and coming in her spot is Naomi Callahan. Vicky there with that service. Naomi with that first touch. Secondary by Lydia, throwing that one near side over the shoulder from Evelyn there to finish that one off. Panthers diving play. Gracie keeps this one alive. Taylor there with that finishing touch, able to get that one across the net. Naomi with the first, Lydia with the secondary. And it looks like, I think that was number 12 with the finalization. Heights rider to the front line, finding Gracie over the shoulder, gets that one to the Patriots side, kept alive by number 18. Bland gets that one forward, slapped up and across, kept alive by Vicky. Beautiful attack from the Patriots side. Gracie getting a hand on that one. And Elizabeth there to the back line. Lydia there with that setup far side, not in a comfortable position, and the Panthers will pick up point number 23 from that third touch being short. Substitution will be called once again. Bella Warner coming onto the court, number 13. It looks like number 21, Mara Warner, going to take a seat on the bench. Panthers up 23-11 here in game one. And we will play on. Vicky there with the underhander, able to get this one up and over. Lydia there on the short side, called for the carry. Panthers looking at match point now, 24-11. And Vicky here to serve this one up. The underhander throwing this one up and over. Naomi getting that one to the front line. Secondary by number 13, Bella. And then over the shoulder from Lydia gets that to the Panther side. Morgan with the receiving touch. Gracie with the secondary. And the finalization by Elizabeth out of bounds. And that gives the Patriots a last bit of life here in game one. Score now 24-12. Evelyn Bland here with the service. Underhander getting this one up and over, kept alive by Vicky, getting that one forward to Gracie. There's that one near side. Elizabeth there with the slap up and across, kept alive from the back line, throwing to Lydia, and then the near side shot comes up, but not able to make that one over from Bella Warner. That'll be the end of game number one, the score being 25-12. So we'll go into the intermission. Panthers leading the series 1-0. Alrighty, getting into game number two here in this best of three series. Panthers leading the series 2-1. Referee just making sure everyone's in their rotation positions before we begin. Could use a little more extra time to rewrite my notes. I'll be sure to have that all in order for the varsity game. That's when the professionalism kind of shows up a little bit. I mean, there's like 5% more professionalism, but that's leagues whenever there's zero in this game. On my half, the players are another story. But it looks like both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Panthers being the home team will have the service in game two. If the Panthers take home this game, that'll be the end of the junior varsity game, and we'll take an intermission. I believe it's 20 minutes between junior varsity and varsity games, but Madison Lott there with that service, sending this one up and over. Let go out of bounds, and it will be so. Patriots had an early 1-0 lead, claiming the first point of the match. Yeah. Here's Evelyn here with the service, number 12 in the Patriots red, throwing this one up and over, out of bounds. An eye for an eye, a serve for a serve. Panthers tying this one up 1-1. Here's Catherine, number 13 for the Panthers. Gonna serve this one up and over, near side. Kept alive by number 18, Bland, able to find its way into the hands of Lydia. Back over to Bland, throwing this one up and over from the back line. Vicky getting a hand on that one. Gracie there throwing that one up and over it goes. Sent back over by Lydia. Diving play by Morgan. Diving play by Catherine. Throws this to the Patriots side. Kept alive by Bland, finding Lydia. Throwing this one up and over the netting. Kept alive by Gracie. Thrown back for the return of the favor. Morgan there with the receiving touch, finding Gracie far side. Morgan there with a slap up and across. Out of bounds. Ellie doesn't know what it is. Out of bounds is the call from referee Lou. And so we have a 2-1 game in favor of the Panthers. I think it was out of bounds by 2 inches maybe, but you know. Catherine with the service, throwing this one up, not able to make this one over, and we have a tie ball game once again. Here's number 21, Mara Warner. Throwing this one up and over from the back line. Lott throwing this one across the netting. Lydia there to return the favor. Dunlap with a nice return, throwing this one up and over to the back line. The set goes. Warner getting a hand on that one. And the finalization by number 18, Bland. Thrown over by Gracie. Thrown back by Callahan. Gracie there to return the favor. Kept alive to the front line. Callahan into the middle. Where number 12, Evelyn there to finish that one off. Morgan to Gracie. Far side, Morgan once again with it. Slaps that one over left-handed. Goes off of Evelyn and out of bounds. Panthers now up 3-2. Gracie Heizenreiter here with the service. Sent up and over, skipped across the lake. Callahan getting a hand on that one. Evelyn there with the secondary, and the finalization thrown into the next county by number 21, Mara Warner. Panthers now up 4-2. Gracie there with that service up and over, kept alive by Callahan, thrown into the middle. No one there for that secondary touch. Everyone thought the other player was going to get it, and so no player went for it. So Panthers now up 5-2. Gracie Heizenreiter with another service, sporting the number 11 in the royal blue. Snapped up and across, kept alive by Callahan, far side. Bland getting that one near far side once again. Slapped up and across by Callahan, and a beautiful point for the Patriots keeps them in this game. Score's now 5-3. Patriots down by 2, but they're not out of this one quite yet. Service up and over, out of bounds by a little bit. So the service by Lydia, not quite able to find a capitalization on that one. But we'll play on. We'll see what the rest of the chapter has to say about this. Morgan service, not quite able to make that one past the netting. So the Patriots now up to a sum of 4. Autumn Matthews coming into the play in spot of number 21, Mara Warner. There's number 18, Blaine with the service. Throws this one up and over. Lentko out of bounds, far side. A little bit too much mustard on that hot dog, if I had to say so myself. Panthers now up by 3. Current score 7-4, and Emma Dunlap to serve this one up, sporting the number 2 in the royal blue. Sent up and over with the underhanded approach. Put alive by Callahan, secondary by Bella, and then the finalization, able to send that one up and over, controlled by Morgan. Vicky then to Catherine with the finalization. Lydia with the first, secondary by Leonard, gets that one into the middle and slapped across by Evelyn. Goes off Catherine and down. Patriots now at a sum of 4, cutting the lead down to the differential of 2. Current score 7-5, my bad. Service up over and is inbounds. Lott letting that one go. Dunlap not quite able to get underneath it neither. And so the Patriots cut the lead down to 1. 7-6 the current score, and Callahan here to serve this one up once again. Served up and over, kept alive, but not quite able to get that one upward. Was the touch from Dunlap. And we are tied up like a hog in a rodeo, 7 apiece. Callahan there with that service up and over. Morgan getting a hand on that one. Catherine there with that secondary into the front line. And the finalization by Vicky is completed. Callahan finding it front line. Secondary by Leonard, getting that one far side. Matthews there with a nice slap up and across with the windmill attack. Dunlap throwing this one forward. Vicky with a diving play, not able to grab that one. And so we have a Patriot lead for the first time in game number 2. It is an 8-7 it's an 8-7. It's 8-7. Service by Callahan, up and over, kept alive by Morgan, diving by Vicky and Catherine there to finish that one off. Throwing this one near side. Leonard not able to get that one into a playable spot. The fourth touch is made. And Evelyn Blaine just thrown into a sticky situation like a jar of peanut butter out there. And not able to do much in that case. Vicky's underhanded service, able to send this one up and over. Evelyn getting a hit on that one, secondary by number 18, Bland. And then the finalization by Matthews is completed, and she will score. Patriots now up 8-9. Bella Leonard able to send this one up and over, just leaning a little too far left, and the Panthers will have this one tied up 9 apiece. Underhanded service by Lott, throwing this one up and over. Matthews throwing this one forward. Lydia there with the helping hand, throws it close to the netting. Matthews not able to get that one forward, and that will be the Panthers' 10th point of game number 2. Madison Lott here, number 4 for the Panthers, going to serve this one up. Able to send this one up and over. Callahan with the receiving touch. Lady there with that secondary. Throws that one far side. Matthews with the touch. Not able to complete that one. But in her defense, that is a very tight knot to tie. Panthers up 11-9. Service by Lott. Kept alive by Callahan. Secondary by Evelyn. And then Callahan once again with that one. Throws this one over. Vicky there to return the favor. Matthews diving play. Not able to get underneath it in time. And so the Panthers are now up 12-9. Service by Lott, up and over. Getting a hand on this one. Looks to be secondary by Lydia, and that will be the only touch that matters in that play. Naomi going to take the court in spot of her sister. And so she'll play the back line? The back corner. Panthers up 12-10. Service by number 12, Evelyn Bland. Into the back line, Vicky finding its way forward. Gracie throws this one near side. Morgan there tries to slap that one, hits a tip of the finger, and it doesn't pass go. Evelyn Bland there with the underhanded approach. Catherine with the receiving touch. Gracie there to dump that one off. Kept alive by Matthews, thrown into the middle, diving play. Kept alive, slapped up by Lydia, not able to send that one across the netting. And so the Panthers are now 13-11. Catherine here with the service, number 13 in the Panthers jersey. Sends this one up and over. Kept alive by Leonard, not able to find the setter on that play. And so the Panthers are now up 14-11. Catherine serve up and over, kept alive. My brain died off. I can't remember names now. Evelyn not able to keep that one in between the candy canes. Panthers now up 15-11. Service by Catherine, throwing this one up and over. Short side, kept alive by Bland, and then completed by Lydia. Gracie over to Morgan, slaps this one up and across. Diving play between two defensemen, namely Naomi and Evelyn. And that's a beautiful attack by Morgan, number 18 on the Panthers side. Looks like Haley's going to come onto the court in spot of Bland. And then second substitution, it looks like Matthews will be taking a seat on the bench, and in her spot is Mara Warner. Panthers up 16-11 here in game number 2. Panthers leading the series 1-0, so if they take this one home, that's the end of the series. Underhanded service by Catherine, very tight to the netting, very nice service. Lydia getting that one far side, but it looks like Haley not quite able to get the mustard she wanted out of that bottle. Panthers with a 6-point lead. Catherine not able to send that one over the netting. That might be my fault talking during the silence. I try not to do that, but sometimes, things happen. Patriots now at 12. Mara there with that service, throwing this one up and over. Morgan able to find his way to Gracie. Throws this one far side. Morgan there with a nice attack. A lot of power, not quite the accuracy. And that one will fall out of bounds. Looks like number 13, Bella Warner, is going to come onto the court, and taking her spot on the bench is number 12, Evelyn Bland. Now Warner here with the service. Panthers in the lead by 4. Yeah, 4. Dunlap walking towards that one. Not line violation? Did you see what happened there? The only thing I can think of is line violation. Well, nonetheless, Panthers in the lead by 5 now. Gracie there with that service, throwing this one up and over from the mid zone. Able to find Lydia. Naomi in a sticky situation up against the net. Not quite able to play that one as she would have liked to. And so the Panthers now up 19-13 from the unreturned ball. Gracie service up and over from the back line. Lydia finding Naomi. Will slap this one up and across, but is just out of bounds. Panthers now at 20. Naomi with a nice effort out on the court, trying to getting it up and over. That's more than what I could do. 7 points is the gap. Panthers in the lead. Gracie there with that service, throwing this one up and over. Kept alive by, I believe that was Bella. Lydia, and then the finalization by Haley goes up over it. Morgan playing that one and will be unreturned. Beautiful third touch by Haley will claim a point for the Patriots, making it their 14th tally on the board in Game 2. Service by Lydia, throwing this one up and over. Dunlap with a set into the middle. Morgan there with the finishing touch. Kept alive by Leonard. Thrown up but not over. Naomi with a nice foundation on that play, but not able to capitalize. So the Panthers are now up 21-14. Morgan here with the service. Slapped up and across, just out of bounds. And so the Patriots will have a little bit of a spark. Let's see if they can build a fire. Haley there with that service, up and over. Gracie with the returning touch, slapped across by Leonard, kept alive by Morgan. Vicky not able to send that one up and across, and the Patriots fired up like a firework on the 4th of July. Patriots now at 16. Panthers at 21. The underhanded service by Haley completes that one. Gracie forward, Vicky there with a dump, scores! Panthers taking this one back. Not quite fired up as the Patriots are, but nonetheless, nonetheless. Service by Dunlap, not able to make that one over. Sorry, I was distracted. Well, from the service error, Patriots now at 17, Panthers at 22. Service up and over. Morgan gaining a hand on that one. Vicky there with that set up and across the netting. Catherine crossing the line. Will be a Patriot point. Naomi Callahan with the underhanded service, getting this one up and over. Diving play by Morgan, not able to grab it in time. Patriots right back in this, didn't go anywhere except Patriots right back in this one. 3 points is the difference. Naomi fired up, getting this one up and over. Catherine getting this one to return. It was off the back of, I believe that was Bella Warner. And that one will be unreturned. Panthers now at 23. Patriots at 19. Patriots, I think, have more momentum right now going for them in comparison to the Panthers, just by sheer confidence and morality. Vicky with the service, kept alive by Warner, thrown back across, out of bounds is the call. Panthers looking at match point here in Game 2. Right now they lead the series, so if they win this one, that'll be the end of the series. We'll move on into the varsity matchup, but if the Patriots are able to pull this one back, while going to a Game 3. Return by Haley, goes off of Gracie, diving play by Morgan, does not capitalize, and the Patriots have their last stand here on defense. 4 points is the difference, completely reasonable to come back from. And Bella Leonard will be the one to do so, number 6 in the Patriots jersey. Service up, over, out of bounds is the call, and that will be the end of the series. Panthers take Game 2, 25-20, and that will be all she wrote. We will move on into the intermission. We'll probably have like a 22-minute intermission, and then the two varsity teams will come out and play against each other, which is sure to be a treat if it's anything like the junior varsity game. So, go get your popcorn.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Slippery Rock Baptist Church Gymnasium. If you'll join me in standing, we're going to go ahead and play our national anthem. And we'll announce the starting lineup for this afternoon's match. Visiting Patriots and Southbridge tonight. Starting number 12, Evelyn Bland. Number 18, Annalise Bland. Number 7, Emmeline Callahan. Number 9, Brooke Myers. Number 20, Joy Straw. Number 24, Hannah Harmon. And now starting for the home team Panthers tonight, number 22, Katrina Eisler. Number 1, Juliana Todd. Number 11, Monica Depew. Number 12, Cassandra Eisler. Number 3, Elisa Armour. And starting for the Panthers tonight, captain number 10, Martha Depew.
All right, well, the energy is high, but my energy is low. I need to pick this up. Just give me a little bit. I'll get into it eventually, hopefully. Joy Brookmar. I wish I was, is it called ambidextrous whenever you're both handed? Because if I could write with both hands, life would be a dream, you know, as the song says. So the Panthers having a little bit of an interesting lineup once again. Cammie Coleman being out of town. I believe both Baileys are not here, so that was an absence for the junior varsity game. Yeah, I think that's the only differential than the norm is the lack of the libero. So on varsity, the two substitutions is number 0 Ellie Henricks and the senior number 5 Elizabeth Heitzenreiter. So a little bit of Elizabeth from the junior varsity game. Ellie, cool as a cucumber on the bench, chatting it away. I think we're ready to rock and roll here in Game 1 in this varsity best-of-5 series. Juliana Toth going to be the one to serve this one up. Panthers being the home team, so they'll get the first service as the result of the coin toss. Juliana service from the back line, getting a hand on that one. Annalise not quite able to get underneath that and get that one to the front line. So the Panthers will take the first point of the match. Number 6, Bella Leonard, will come on to play. Number 18, Annalise Bland's position in the back line. Service by Juliana Todd, sending this one up and over from the back line. Leonard getting a hand on that one. Callahan back line diving play by number 9, Brooke Myers. Not quite able to get that one across the netting. The Panthers now up 2-0. Service by Juliana Toth, up and over, kept alive by Leonard, getting that one to the front line. Hannah Harmon able to get that one into the middle. Myers with the over-the-shoulder diving play by Katrina, getting that one over to Elisa, then to Cassandra on the far side. That'll bump that one over the shoulder across the netting. Leonard getting a hand on that one, finding Harmon on that front line, throwing back at near side. That'll slap up and over by Brooke. Kept alive by Juliana. Set comes backwards over to Monica, and she'll slap that one up and across. Diving play by number 20, Joy Skrull. Not quite able to grab that one in time, and the Panthers now up 3-0 here in Game 1. First team to claim 3 victories in this series. We'll take this series home and collect all the marbles at the end of the day. Until that happens, we will play on. Harmon with that secondary touch. And third by Callahan, maybe. It was a race between Callahan and Joy. Neither of them really getting a hand on that one. Panthers now up 4-0. Juliana Toth, number 1, here to serve this one up. They'll get a nice hand on that overhanded service. Callahan getting a touch on that back line, finding its way to Leonard, crosses the crease back over to Callahan, not able to make it over in 3. Fourth touch is made by Joy, and that one will be blown dead. Panthers now up 5-0. Service by Juliana, getting this one up and over, kept alive by Harmon, hits the ceiling slightly, just veering slightly forward. Harmon not able to get that one up and over from the sticky situation that Joy threw her in. Panthers now up 6-0. Here in Game 1. Juliana Toth with her 7th service of the match. Snapped that one up and across like a Slim Jim, kept alive by Harmon, popping this one into the middle. Brooke back over to Harmon, slapped this one up and over the netting. Cassandra there with that first touch. Elisa there getting that one into the netting. Kept alive by Monica there to finish that one off. Caught in the net. I believe they're going to call Hannah Harmon in the netting, so the Panthers now up 7. Juliana's 8th service of the match. Sends this one up and over, kept alive by Harmon, throws this one back line. Callahan with that secondary in the finalization. Over the shoulder, not quite able to get that one over in 3. Evelyn's 3rd touch. Panthers now up 8-0. It's not a soccer match, I gotta stop saying that. Top of the nice service, up and over, kind of kept alive. 2 touches were made, neither of them going where they should have. Timeout by the Southridge Patriots. Panthers up 9-0. So we got a 9-0 game. The Patriots just looking for a little bit of a foothold here early on to set the pace for their offensive drives. I'm going to replace my battery while we have this downtime, and my camera is not the one active. So what do you think of second camera? Second camera is pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Well, Panther service game seeming solid as ever. Serves are being returned, so that's not really the main point getter here out on the Panthers' offensive front. Both teams looking very solid so far. Panthers just having that edge over them in the competitive nature. But we have a 9-0 score on the board, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. Juliana Toth here with the service, throwing this one up and over, going off of the hands of Evelyn and out of bounds. Juliana Toth just on fire here with the services. We had a 10-0 game, Panthers leading. And, yeah, Juliana's service not making it easy for them to come back with an offensive push. But Juliana going to switch this one up, go near side. The jump attack coming out from the backfield will score. I think that was a service ace for Juliana Toth. She claims the 11th straight point for the Panthers. Coming back out onto the court is Annalise Bland. Juliana service up and over, kept the line from the back line. Brooke getting that one to Callahan, then the over the shoulder from Harmon. Throws that one up and over, diving play by Katrina, kept alive by Armour. Getting there with the attack, comes down with that one past Callahan, and she will score. Panthers now at a total of 12. Mara Warner coming out to play the back line in place of Emmeline Callahan taking a seat on the bench. Service from Juliana Toth getting this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Warner getting that one forward, and then Harmon with the over the shoulder. Kept alive from the back line. Toth able to find Armour. Throws this one back line. The attack from Katrina able to get this one up and over. Down, inbounds is the call. Panthers now up 13. Juliana service up and over, going off the hand of Myers and out of bounds. Panthers just taking this lead, trailing in a blaze of glory. Panthers now up 14. Juliana going for the underhanded approach, gets this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Warner able to find its way into the hands of Joy, getting that one to Harmon. Throws up and over outside of the Candy Kings, but the call is let go. Slapped up and across by Monica, kept alive from the back line. Evelyn getting that one into the hands of Skrull, not able to find its way to Brooke, and that one will be on return. Panthers now up 15. And a handsome sum at that here in Game 1. Game 1 not really going in the way of the Patriots' favor, but the service from Juliana gets this one up and over. Brooke there with the return. Juliana with her hand on that one, throws that one middle side. Armour finding it far side to Cassandra. Tips that one past, thrown back into the Panthers' court by Myers. Katrina with the first. Elisa with the secondary from the back line. Martha comes out with the attack. Not able to pass go, not able to collect $200. And the Patriots claim their first tally of Game 1. 15-1 is the score. Patriots here with the service. Number 24, Hannah Harmon to do so. Slaps this one up. Not able to make that one over just by the skin of the volleyball. And so we have a 15-point differential once again. Cassandra Eisler here, number 12, to serve this one up. Slaps this one up and over from the back line. Getting a hand on that one. I believe that was Warner. That was... Have I been calling her this? All right. All right, I'm back in the game. Cassandra there with that service into the back line. Bland not able to get a hold of that one. And so the Panthers now up. Oh, my bad. I completely forgot. That one went out of bounds. It was untouched. So the Patriots now up 2-17. Underhanded service by Skrull, able to get this one up and over. Martha able to find its way into the hands of Elisa. Near side set up from Martha, able to get that one up and over. Diving play by number 21, kept alive by Joy, getting that one far side. And it looks like Bland not quite able to grab a hold of that one between the wickets. And so the Panthers now up 18-2. Elisa Armour here with the service. Sporting number 3 in the royal blue. The underhanded approach, able to get this one up and over. Myers there returning that, but dumped off by Katrina. Not able to not letting that one pass the border. And so the Panthers are up 19-2. Elisa Armour able to send this one up and over, kept alive from the back line. Brooke able to find its way into the hands of Harmon. Back over to Brooke, slapped up, but not able to get that one across. Panthers breaking the 20th tally first here in Game 1. Have a little bit of a lead. Elisa Armour's underhanded service. Line drive goes off the hands of Evelyn and out of bounds. Panthers now up 21-2. Substitution will be called for the Panthers. Looks like Katrina will be taking a seat on the bench, sporting the number 22, and Ellie Henricks to the front line will play, sporting the 0. Elisa Armour service up and over, kept alive by Brooke, finding Hannah. Back over to Brooke, far side, slapped up and across. Consider with a diving play. Ellie there with that secondary, and the finalization by Armour, throwing that one across the netting. Playing Hannah over to Brooke, tips that one past the block of Ellie. Ellie here with the set far side. Martha there with a slap up and across, kept alive, but just not quite able to get that one upward as far as she did forward. She was looking for the direct defense, throwing it back to the Panthers side, but not quite able to get that one past the teammate. And so Panthers are now up 22-2. Armour there with the line drive, hits the top portion of the netting and does not pass go. Patriots now at 3. Evelyn Bland there with that service up and over. Out of bounds is the call by Gracie Heitzenreiter here on the Panthers side, being the line judge. And the judge far side is Taylor Henricks. Monica Pugh there with that service. Gets that one up and over. Looks like Warner able to get that one into the hands of Brooke. That'll finish off that play. Cassandra getting that one over to Henricks. Throws this one into the middle. Elisa there to finish that one off. Diving play from the back line. Joy able to find its way into the hands of Harmon. And the finalization by Myers, not able to get that one over the netting. And the Panthers now at a match point, 24-3. Matthews coming onto the court to play the back corner. That'll be the server corner. And taking her spot on the bench is Evelyn Bland. Service up and over, kept alive by Scarlett, able to get that one to Harmon. Far side Myers there with that slap up and across. Cassandra diving for that one, out of bounds is the call, and that will be the end of game number 1, 25-3 being the final score. The Panthers take that one by a handsome margin, and the Patriots coach just glad that one's over and into the books. We'll move on to game 2 here in about 3 minutes or so, and yeah. It's the intermission. Do I have background music playing right now? All right, this is a new setup, so we're just kind of figuring this out as we go. Would be, yeah, there we go. There, now it's less quiet. Alrighty, both teams ready to rock and roll here in game number 2. Panthers leading the series 1-0 by a handsome margin at the end of game number 1. We're moving into game 2 here with a swift motion, letting the past be in the past. Sana Harmon there with that service, kept alive by Martha Depew, kept alive by Monica throwing far side. Harmon there with that slap attack, comes up across, out of bounds, and the Patriots take the first point of game 2. Service by Hannah Harmon, able to get this one up and over. Cassandra with a receiving touch, finds Armor on the far side, thrown into the middle. Martha there with a slap up and across. Out of bounds is the call by Henricks on the far side. Patriots now up 2-0. And a service up and over. Kept the line from the back line. Toth able to find its way to forward. Monica there throwing that one across the crease. Katrina there to finish that one off. Harmon able to find Myers. Upside one up and across. Armor getting a hand on that one, but no one there for the secondary touch. And the Patriots at a 3-point lead. Harmon slapping this one up and across with fire behind it. Katrina there to return that one, but Myers dumps that one back down into the Panthers zone, and she'll claim the point. Patriots fired up like a hamster on Red Bull right now. They got a 4-point lead, and they're feeling it. Service up and over, kept alive by Martha, able to find his way to Monica, throws that one across the crease, tipped over by Armour, kept on sides, dumped off by Myers, diving play by Toth. Myers slaps that one, but not able to grab that one. It was the wind of her hand that threw off the hands of Evelyn, and the Panthers will claim their first point in the match from that unreturned ball. Panthers now down by 3, but they're not quite out yet. Armour there throwing this one up and over, going off the hands of Evelyn, immediately regretting that decision, and the Panthers have a 2-point deficit on their hands. Lisa there with that service, throwing this one up and over. Myers able to get a hand on that one. Harmon back far side. Myers there with the attack. Diving play by Martha. Katrina with that secondary, and the finalization by Armour from the back line. Harmon finding Myers on the far side, throws this one up and across to the Panthers territory, hits the netting. Monica swinging, not able to grab a hold of that one, and so the Patriots are now up 2-5. Joyce Squirrel here with the service, throwing this one up and over with the palm of her hand. Armour from the back line. Monica gets that one to Toth, slaps this one up and across, diving play by Warner, or diving play by Bland, gets that one to the front line, but the offense not quite comfortable with that position. Panthers down by 2, 3-5 is the score. Service up and over, kept alive from the back line. Bland able to find its way to Harmon, thrown across to Callahan, that'll finish off that play. Armour able to find its way. Thrown near side. Cassandra there with a punch, able to get that one over. Harmon able to throw that back to the Panther side, but slapped across by Monica. Callahan there with a nice attack, getting a hand on that one. Toth able to find Monica, thrown over to Cassandra, slaps up and across. Inbounds is the call. Out of bounds is the call. If you rewind it and use the greater than or lesser than keys on your keyboard, you could take that one frame by frame. I don't think it was in shot though. Ball has left the building, so we'll go dig around for it, I think. The judge's verdict is it is inbounds. So, Panthers pick up their 4th tally of the match. We have a 4-5 game. Katrina there with that service up and over, getting a hand on that one, diving for it was Joy. Evelyn, then to Myers to finish that one off to the back line of the Panthers. Toth ready for that one. Monica able to throw that one far side. Martha there with the serve. And that'll be soft. You get it? Soft serve. Ice cream. Haha. I'm hungry. Number 21, Mara Warner, going to come onto the court. And number 12 will take a seat on the bench. Evelyn Bland in her spot. Panther service. Katrina Eisler, the one to do so. Slapped up and across. Let go out of bounds. Good judgment by Bland on the back line. Patriots up 6-5. Mara Warner here with the service, gets this one up and over. Cassandra able to find Monica, throws this one far side up against the net. Martha just staying on sides, and that will be a Panther point. Tying this one up 6 apiece. Ellie Hendricks going to take the court while Juliana Toth takes her seat on the bench. And I think Hendricks will be the setter for the Panthers. Service by Monica, able to get that one up and over, kept alive by Joy, able to find Harmon. Throws this one far side, Myers there with the over the shoulder, able to send that one to the Panthers side, kept alive by Monica, finding its way to Ellie, then to Katrina. Thrown up and across, kept alive from the back line. Warner finding Harmon, slapped up and across. Cassandra there with the denial, and that will be a defensive point for the Panthers. Panthers now up 7-6. I think this is their first lead in game 2. Monica service up and over. Diving play by Squirrel. Returns that to the Panthers side. Armour with the receiving touch. Ellie there sending that one near side. Cassandra there in a difficult position. Will cross the crease rather than cross the netting. Tied up 7 apiece once again. Brick service controlled by Katrina, finding Cassandra to the back line. Monica there to finish that one off. Thrown up over. I believe that one's in bounds, and the referee will agree. Panthers now up 8-7. Sanders service up and over. Callahan getting a hand on that one. Secondary by Myers. Able to find Hannah with that one. We'll throw that to the Panthers side. Ellie there throwing that one far side. Slaps down, but not across. Martha there a little bit lost her footing. A little bit of an awkward approach to that one. Not much she could have done there. 8-all. Tied up like a hog in a rodeo. Here's Emmeline there with that service. Hendricks able to throw that one far side. Armour there with the attack, and that one will be completed. Martha Depew here with the service. Number 10 going to serve this one up. Hits that one across the netting and will be down. Double touch called by number 20, Joy Skrull. Panthers now up 10-8. Service by Martha, able to get that one back line. Goes off of Callahan and out of bounds. Panthers now up 11-8. Martha Depew throwing this one up and over, goes off Callahan and out of bounds. Panthers now up by 4. Martha there with a nice heat behind that one. You could smell the smoke coming off of it from up here. Evelyn Blaine looking to come onto the court in spot of number 21, Mara Warner. Looks like she'll be playing the back corner, far side. Service able to get this one up and over by Martha. Controlled and returned by Callahan. Ellie there sending that one far side to Katrina Eisler. That not able to get a hand on that one. And that will be a Patriot point, being their 9th of game 2. Patriots down by 4, but they're not done kicking quite yet. The underhanded service not quite able to grab enough air on that one, and that one will be a Panther point. Juliana Toth comes on to play the spot of Ellie Hendricks. I just forgot a word in that sentence. I don't know how I managed that, but that's, yeah. Juliana Toth there with the service. Nice spot on that one. Will be unreturned. So the Panthers now up 15-9. Juliana with another one. Callahan there to return that one to the Panthers side. Dumped off by Katrina, kept alive by Myers. Evelyn there with that secondary, and the third is not made, unless you count the flooring. Timeout by the Southridge Patriots. Panthers up 16-9 to the Patriots. We'll bring you back when we're ready to rock. Kind of, maybe. 9. I just want to put my camera down to get a drink.
Never tell who's timeout.
That's why I say. No.
I had AirPods. Like 20 times today. Yeah, is that good? I was like, sorry, why can't you hear you? I have AirPods in. I'm guessing they didn't do a good job on Musically,
All right. Alrighty, both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Here's Juliana Toth for the Panthers side. You're going to serve this one up. And over. Goes off of the hands of number 18. And I should have wrote down like how I actually should pronounce her name. Annalise. I think it's Annalise. I'm just going to roll with that. Toth there with that service up and over. Annalise getting a hand on that one, throwing that one far side, kept alive by number 20 into the middle and slapped across by I flipped my paper around because I have two ways I sort through the roster. I have numerical order, then whatever the other team gives it to me. And I got to find my place again. Give me a second. All right, we're ready to rock. Panthers up 18-9. Service up and over by Toth, getting a hand on that one from the back line. I believe that was Bella. Slapped across by Hannah, and Martha there ready for that one. Monica there sending that one over to the red side. Hannah able to find its way over to the Panther side. Katrina there throwing that one up and over, diving play by Leonard into the netting, diving for that one. Joy not able to grab that one up in time, and so the Panthers now at 19. Service by Juliana, able to get this one up and over, down on the line, and that will be inbounds. Panthers now up 20-9. Service by Toth up and over, kept alive by Callahan, thrown to the Panthers side, kept alive by Katrina, diving play by Toth, returns that to the red zone. Evelyn from the back line. Brooke able to get that one over to Harmon, slapped up and across, not quite able to make that one across. Harmon with a lot of steam on that one, not able to find where to put it. Panthers up 21-9 now. Juliana Toth there slapping this one up and across with a stick of butter. Kept alive by Leonard, thrown to the Panther side, and a little bit of ping pong match happens there. Monica throws that one far side. Katrina there with a nice spike and a nice placement on that one. Patriots just not able to return it. Panthers now up 22-9. Juliana Toth with another service. Snapped up and across like a glow stick. Kept alive by Callahan to the Panther side. Katrina there to return the favor. Goes off a few hands. Double touches called on Joy Skrull. Another timeout by the Southridge Patriots. We have a 23-9 game and another minute to burn. Patriots just looking for a little bit of a spark here in game 2. Panthers leading the series 1-0. And yeah, this is a varsity match, so this game really doesn't determine how many more games we play. But the next one will be a do-or-die situation if the Panthers take home these next 2 points. The differential is much, but the match is not over until the last ball hits the ground. Right now, the only difficulty I see on the Patriots side is maybe the rotation positions whenever Juliana Toth is the one serving it up. Outside of that, I mean, they might be down on the scoreboard, but they're not down in morale. I think Patriots are winning in spirit. Juliana there sending this one up and over, kept alive by Leonard, thrown to the Panthers side. Katrina able to find Monica, they able to throw this one up and over the netting, slapped across by Harmon, kept alive by Martha. Monica able to throw this one far side. Katrina there sending this one up and across the netting, but kept alive by Joy. Brooke back to Joy, throws this one up and across. Martha able to find its way forward. Monica over towards the near side, slapped up and across, goes off the hand of, I believe that was Skrull I believe that was Brooke, and out of bounds, number 9. Panthers at match point 24-9. Service by Juliana, throwing this one up and over. Kept alive by Myers. Harmon to the back line. Leonard not able to return it on 3. And that will be the end of game number 2. Panthers taking that one home 25-9. Yeah, we'll move into the intermission. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back here shortly. All right. Both teams still in their huddle, giving their little pep talk, trying to, get both teams motivated to rock and roll here in Game 3. We'll call that one the Twister of Terror. I don't know. But nonetheless, both teams ready to rock and roll once again. We're going to start where we left off with Juliana Toth serving it up. And we will see what transpires here in Chapter 3 of the story tonight. Juliana service up and over, diving play by, let me my list. I can never remember number 18's name. Juliana forward, Katrina. Not. That was interesting. The set went up, but it hit the backside of her hand, so it, never left her possession. Patriots up 1-0. Hannah Harmon here with the service, getting this one up and over, kept alive by Elisa, thrown into the netting. Katrina there diving for it, not able to get there in time. And so the Patriots are now up 2-0. Hannah Harmon there serving this one up and over. Elisa getting a hand on that one, sent back over by Myers. Cassandra there throwing that one back into the crowd of red. Harmon there getting that one near side. Scroll there with the attack, kept alive by Martha. Back set over by Katrina to Cassandra, slapped across, but number 18 there to throw this one back to the Panthers side. Elisa to return. Callahan there with the touch, and the finalization by Evelyn, finding its way to the hands of Monica. Katrina over to Elisa, slaps this one up and across, controlled by Evelyn in return. Monica finding Katrina, gets that one far side. Cassandra there with the attack, sends this one over softly. Harmon throws it far side. Myers there with the over the shoulder. Juliana with the first, Katrina with the second, into the middle. Armour there with the slap up and across, kept alive by Evelyn, thrown to the Panthers side. Diving play by Toth goes off Katrina, and on return, the Patriots pick up point number 3. Hannah Harmon here with the service, kept alive by Monica, diving play by Katrina, throws this one to the back line. Martha there with a slap, comes up and across, kept alive by Skrull, throws that one far side. Myers is able to find its way into the middle, but Harmon not quite stretchy enough to be like Flex Armstrong. And so the Panthers will pick up point number 1 here in Game 3. Panthers lead the series 2-0, and we'll see if they can put some steam into the engine now. Panthers there with that service, Cassandra there with that service. I believe that was Blaine getting that one across, secondary by Myers, and that will be the end of that sequence. Panthers now Panthers down 2-3. Cassandra to serve it up. Snapped up and across. Callahan getting a hand on that one, throwing this one to the back line. And Elise getting a hand on that one, and the finalization by Skrull, not able to find paint. And so the Panthers will tie this one up 3 apiece. Cassandra there snaps this one up and across, kept alive by Callahan, not able to return that one. And the efforts of Myers not able to get enough power on that to get that one upward. Panthers now up 4-3. Cassandra there with that service, kept alive from the back line. Harmon able to find Myers. Dumps that one off, past Elisa. Elisa there with that secondary touch, and the finalization. Not able to make that one across was Monica. Tie it up once again, 4 apiece. This kind of rhymes with the second game. We'll see if the ending's different. Joy Skrull here with the service, throws this one up and over. Cassandra from the back line finds its way to Katrina, looking for the dump up. Myers there dumping that one back up, but Elisa there with Katrina to finish that one off. Myers there dumping it to the Panthers side. Monica able to find Katrina, over to Monica once again. Slaps this one up and a cross diving play by Evelyn, will return to the Panthers paint. Kept alive by Katrina. Elisa far side, Martha with a slap, not able to pass go, and the Patriots pick up point number 5. Joy Skrull with the underhander. Cassandra there from the back line receives that one. Gets that one over to Katrina, thrown into the middle, slapped up and across by Monica, diving play. Well, I believe that was Annalise, and not able to find a teammate on that one. Ball leaving the building, but Taylor there to keep that one in bound. Well, we got a tied ball game once again, 5 apiece on the scoreboard. Elisa Armour there to send this one up and over. Goes off the shoulder to Skrull and unreturned. Panthers now up 6-5. Underhanded service by Elisa, gets this one up and over. Scroll from the back line, able to find its way into the Callahan. And then Harmon there with the finalization, gets that one up and across. Cassandra with the first touch, secondary by Elisa, diving for that one. Martha there with the finish that one off, keeping her foot on side, but just barely. Slapped up and across by Myers into the back line, goes off Cassandra, and out of bounds! Brooke Myers fired up like a hamster on Red Bull right now. Patriots tying this one back up like a hog in a rodeo, 6-6. Underhanded service by number 12, Evelyn Bland, kept alive by Monica, able to find its way into the hands of Elisa, then to Martha, my bad, to finish that one off. Elisa throws that one forward, dumped off by Myers, diving play by Martha, finding Katrina, then the finalization from the back line, Toth. Harmon there to throw that to the Panthers, Payne kept alive. Elisa sending that one into the middle, Katrina there to finish that one off this time around. Evelyn caught, and they're going to say, I think that was Myers in the net. And so the Panthers will pick up a point. It was one of the Patriots that were in the net, was the hand motion I picked up in that series of events. So the Panthers have a 1-point lead right now due to that. Service by Monica, able to send this one up and over. Harmon getting that one into the middle. Secondary by Callahan, throws that one straight up. And Myers there to finish that one off. Cassandra with the receiving touch finds Elisa, throws that one into the middle. It's slapped up and across by Toth, out of bounds. And the Patriots once again tied up with the Panthers in a tight knot game of sevens. Brooke Myers with the line drive, able to get this one up and over, returned by Martha, slapped up and across by Harmon. Hannah Harmon finds a gap in the defense and will pick the cherry right off the tree and place that one firmly into the Patriots basket. Brooke Myers with the line drive, kept alive by Cassandra, goes off of Elisa, dumped off. And Elise finding Harmon. Gets that one far side. Callahan there to finish that one off. Toth there finding Elisa. Throws that one near side. Slapped up and across by Juliana. And that one lands out of bounds. The Patriots up 9-7. Patriots on fire like the West Coast. All right, that was a little unheartening. I shouldn't have said that. But the Patriots extend their lead to 3 now. Timeout by the Slippery Rock Panthers. The Patriots just... everything's turning out for them, and we'll bring it back when the minute has expired. This is pretty neat.
My elbows hurt so bad. The inside of my elbow.
Why? Because it's on the desk?
Bro.
Oh.
I haven't been able to like fully extend my arm. Like I had to sell it for like a good thing today.
That's how I feel after doing camera work, because that's basically you're doing a permanent curl the whole game.
That's why I keep grabbing over here and then grabbing like this bar and just like pulling each other.
Trying to stretch out your inner elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have got wider for this game. Oh well. Life goes on. Alrighty. Both teams ready to rock and roll once again. Brooke Myers here with the service. Snapped up and across, able to find its way into the hands of Martha, returned back to the red side. Stumped off by Harmon. Diving play! Out of bounds! All right, it's inbounds, according to the line judge. And Elise Bland down on the play. All right, taking her spot is number 6, Bella Leonard. She'll play the front middle, I think. Service by Brooke, able to get that one over. Cassandra with that first touch. Secondary by Monica, throws that one back into the backfield, but no one there to receive that one. It looks like a rolled left ankle at the end of that play. I don't want to, that's just the commentators, best guess of what happened. But Brooke Myers here with the service. Throws his one up and over. Juliana throwing that one back to the Red Sea. Callahan back into the middle. and that'll be finished off by Brooke. Martha getting a hand on that one. Toth diving for that one. Finds its way back over to the Patriots side. Myers throwing it to the Panthers side. Dumped off by Katrina. Myers getting a hand on that one, but not enough to get that one upward. And the Panthers now down by, I believe it's 4. 8-12 is the score in favor of the Patriots. Service by Martha, able to send this one up and over. Kept alive by Evelyn, turned into the front line, but no one there for that secondary touch. And so the Panthers will pick up point number 9. From the front line, Harmon returns that to the Panthers side. Toth able to find Katrina. Back sets that one over to Cassandra. Tips that one into the candy cane, being deemed out of bounds, even though it would have landed in. As soon as that ball touches the candy cane, it is called out. Panthers at 9. Patriots at 13 here in game 3. Service up and over. Monica getting an awkward touch off the left bicep. Not able to control that one properly. And so we have a 5-point differential. Emmeline Callahan with the service. A little short on that one. And so the Panthers pick up point number 10, making it a 4-point difference. If Southridge wins, we'll go to a game 4. If Slippery Rock wins, we will close out the set. Going off the hands of Evelyn and out of bounds, Panthers pick up point number 11 from the service of Katrina. And she will get another chance to do so. Service up and over from the back line. Callahan finding its way into Joy. And then Myers there with the over the shoulder. Diving play by Katrina, returns it. Scroll able to find its way back to the Panthers side. A little bit of tic-tac-toe comes out Panthers way. Katrina service gets that one far side. It goes out of bounds. On that one by about a foot. Patriots now at 15, Panthers at 12-3. The gap is 3. Bella Leonard able to send this one up and over. Katrina underneath getting that one front line. Elisa throws that one far side, and Toth there to finish that one off. Diving play by, I believe that was Evelyn, finding its way to Joy. Back over to Evelyn. Slaps that one over sidearmed. Toth to the receiving touch. Elisa able to find its way back to Katrina. Not able to have that back line attack come out in favor of the Panthers. And so the Patriots now up 16-12. Bella Leonard here to serve this one up, able to send this one over to the Panthers side. Monica with the receiving touch. Elisa gets that one near side. Cassandra there to finesse that one across the netting. More able to find its way to Harmon, and that will complete the play. Goes off Elisa into the netting and down without another contestant. So the Patriots now up 17-12. Bella there with that service. Not able to make that one up and over. Panthers now at 13. Patriots at 17. And the serve this one up is the deadly Juliana Toth. Service up and over. Harmon not able to return. Juliana service, able to get a hand on this one is Brooke. Hannah finding that one far side. Joy to finish that one off. Monica able to find its way to Elisa. Back over to Monica. Slaps this one up and across. Kept alive by Evelyn. Secondary by Brooke, throws that one far side. Scroll there with a sidearm, not able to get that one across the netting in between the candy canes. And so the Panthers bring the lead down to 2. Juliana service from the back line. Brooke able to find his way to Hannah, dump that one off into the back line. It goes off Martha, kept alive. Katrina getting one hand on that one. Martha not quite able to get out of the way in time. And so the Patriots will reap the benefits of that defense. Hannah Harmon there with that service, kept alive by Monica, able to find its way to Elisa far side to the Cassandra. Slap that one up and across, goes off the hands of Bella and out of bounds as it touches the wall. Panthers at 16, Patriots at 18. We have a 2-point differential here in late game 3. Cassandra there with that service, goes off of the hands of Brooke into the back line. Leonard not able to grab a hold of that one with her teeth. And so it will be a 1-point differential. Now Panthers bringing this one back. Exchange service. Gets that one long. Hannah there receiving that one. Throws that one front side. Brooke getting that one into the netting. Diving for that one. Evelyn not able to grab it in time. And we have a tie ball game here in the end game of game 3. 18 all. Exchange service. Able to send this one up. And never goes off the hand of Joy and out of bounds. And so the Southridge Patriots will take a timeout. We have a 1-point gap. Panthers leading here late game 3. I don't know what to talk about during these. Because, you know, volleyball is a very simple sport whenever you bring it down to the fundamentals. Volleyball is straightforward on paper, but execution-wise, it's a little bit more complicated.
I don't think that's a wiffle ball up there.
I'm 90% sure. Here, cut to camera 1. I'm 90% sure that's a wiffle ball.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
How'd it get up there?
I have no idea. I'm surprised you even saw it. Like, I don't think there's anything else up in the roof.
No, we cleaned the rest up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a dodgeball up on top of the kitchen.
That's because I put that one there.
All right, well, we're going to rock and roll here in game 3. Interesting timeout discussion. Service by Cassandra throwing this one up and over out of bounds, and that will tie this one back up at 19 apiece. Joy Skrull here with the service. Feeling a little anxious, but nonetheless able to now have a nice solid serve. Cassandra receiving that one, goes off and Lisa out of bounds without the return. Patriots up 20-19. Service up and over by Skrull into the back line. Cassandra getting a hand on that one. Katrina with that secondary, and that'll throw that one to the Red Sea. Joy finding Hannah, finding its way to Brooke to finish that one off. Dumped off by Elisa, getting out to the back line. Leonard getting a hand on that one. Evelyn not able to counteract. And that will be a Panther point, making it 20 apiece. Elisa Armour able to send this one up and over. Leonard getting a hand on that one. Harmon to the far side. Myers with a slap up and across. Kept the line by Elisa, throwing that one to the setter. Katrina, far side set. Slapped up and across by Martha. Diving play off of, I believe that was number 6, Bella Leonard. Not able to get that one to the setter. And so Panthers take the lead 21-20. Elisa Armour with the service. Snapped up and across. Kept alive by Joy. Bella into the middle. Myers there with a nice recovery from that play. Cassandra with the receiving touch. Katrina finds that one near side, slapped up and across, caught in the net, so nonetheless, Panther point. Panthers now up 22-20 here in game 3. Series is 2-0 in favor of the Slippery Rocks, so if they take this game home, we all will go to Wendy's or something, I don't know. Snapped up and across by Myers, goes off of Martha. Kept the line by Elisa into the back line. And finished off. Whoa, that's interesting. The double one-armed approach, not able to dig that one out of the gutters, was Hannah Harmon. Looks like a substitution will be called. Mara Warner going to come on in spot of Emmeline Callahan. Panthers up 3-0. Or Panthers up by 3, 23-20. Diving play by Harmon, kept alive by Skrull. And that's the 4th touch there. Timeout by the Southridge Patriots. We got a match point in favor of the Panthers. And, yeah. I think we should stick a bunch of, stuff on the ceiling for, like, the intermissions and stuff. Like, can you find Waldo? Something like that.
Put up, like, a picture of a baby face. Like, I put on Luke's truck one day.
Well, like, I think, can you see it in this camera? If you look at the far side basketball hoop, and then you go up and to the right on the brown, like, there's like a little speck up there. That's a dodgeball.
Over here the other day, not the other day, it was like 5 years ago, behind one of those beams, I threw a nail from the other side of the gym the whole way over, and it's stuck in the wall. It's still there.
Oh, I saw that the other day because I was in here playing hockey.
Yeah, that was
the other night.
I threw that from across the gym.
Alrighty, Elisa Armour there with that service, getting that one up and never goes off. Scroll and out of bounds. And that, unfortunately, will be the end of the series as well as the game. Final score of Game 3 is 25-20, and the Panthers take home the series 3-0. But that's going to do it here for the matchup between Slippery Rock and Southridge. Yeah, I don't know, just close it out. It feels very short-lived. All the momentum, the atmosphere that Southridge brought to this game feels very short-lived, but nonetheless, this match is history. So on behalf of the Slippery Rock Sports Network, I'm Gabriel Eisler, and along with Caleb Eisler, and thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Mm.